Greetings. It's day number 15 of this daily radical act of self-love. And today I am talking about transactional interactions, transactional relationships. Have you ever been someone who looks at people as price tags or sex objects? Have you ever walked into a room and immediately your eyes are scanning for like, who would I fuck and who would pay me money for what I do? I have been that guy for years, especially since I work in the service industry. Therefore, anybody that I meet is a prospect. And the moment I studied the game and started to learn that there's a method to seduction, I was like, holy shit! There's a formula to get laid with the hot girl? I'm in. So this has breeded this experience where the room becomes not a place to really like explore connection, but rather connect with an agenda. The moment we're doing this, the sense of being in a giving can be tainted. And instead you're in the dynamic of trying to take something from somebody. Have you ever felt this kind of awkward energy around someone that you're literally thinking in your head, what does this person want from me? That person is in a transactional mindset trying to take from you. Whether it's their look at love and romanticism of like, I want to get laid, which is like, I want you to give me sex, versus, can we share something together? And you've all heard the sales calls or the people that are just immediately like shoving down your throat, questions that make it obvious that they want you to give them money, right? Like, this is the kind of experience that just makes your skin crawl. Like, ugh, I don't want to be around that kind of guy, right? I feel shy to share what I'm about to share. For me, the reason I'm sharing this with you is that I had quite an intensive coaching conversation during the fast track part of my men's group, the Men of Means, where the intention was to learn about enrollment, to learn about sales, to learn about coaching, and how they all really are the same thing in the sense of being someone who asks a lot of questions, especially open-ended, to help somebody discover something about themselves. Something so deep and rooted into their like subconscious that once you become aware of it, you're like, wow, never seen that, like, whoa. And in the intentions of offering services, it's like, can I provide some product that can help this person to resolve that pain and go after and create that result in reality? So connecting that question discovery process to some sort of support. I farted. The way that I was questioned today, it brought up for me how much that I rock the world in an agenda-based method, that I could walk into a room and I'm looking for curves and I'm looking for money. It sucks the life out of me. It sucks the joy out of me. It sucks the spontaneity and the curiosity out of me. It's just a matter of, what do I have to say and do to get them to like me. This is the face that I make when I realize that's what I'm doing. Disgust. I don't want to be around this kind of person. He's not my kind of friend. With this awareness, I believe that the way to exit transactional engagement is, I notice that I'm thinking I want to share something else. I'll get there. The way to release yourself from transactional engagement, actually, I have to go there first before, why would you want to leave it? Because it actually has value. There's questions we want to ask which pre-qualify someone. They screen them to see if we're wasting our time because this girl has a boyfriend, so she's just there to get your attention. If you're looking for a partner or a lover, and this girl is never going to do any of that with you, she's just there to enjoy having someone give them attention and dance with them. So while you may enjoy a few minutes of that, enjoy an interaction, you don't want to spend your whole night there. And with clientele or potential prospects, potential clientele, you want to know if this person is someone who actually invests in what you offer. So there's a value in having questions that are still targeting and creating clarity that you're not wasting time, right? So there's value in transactional communication. The thing is, if it becomes toxic by making it so that you're never just enjoying the moment, enjoying the conversation and connection, and you don't allow yourself to just be in the moment, to be free, then we have a problem. We have something we want to work with, right? So how do we do that? Great question, Keegan. Thank you. My advice, what I've been learning and practicing, it's really, for me, it's very useful that I take this engine, which is transactional, having a desire to get something, and I just have that 2 millimeter shift of where I direct it. I want to take it and go from, what can I get from this person? How can I take for what they give to me or for what I give to them? And what is it that I can also focus on that is process? And I make my outcome dependent on process. What does that mean? This could look like, right, because normally people say you got to just be in the moment and just be present. And that's all well and fair. And at the same time, when that's the aim, you can lose sight of a goal. And yes, you can be really great at being present in the moment. And yes, it can also become a hazard for you because you're just in the moment and you never have any foresight as to where is this moment going to take me, right? So having a timeline awareness of where this kind of presence will take you, it's important. It's important to helicopter view out for a moment, be like, where's this path going? It's going this way. I want to go here. So having a bit of an intention with it is to be process oriented. Now this looks like, let's say I'm going out where I know I can meet potential lovers, romantic partners, and instead of thinking, who am I going to get laid by? What do I got to say or do in order to get her to come home with me? I'm going to be thinking, okay, I know there's different processes that I want to go through in order to create attraction. We need to first meet each other. I know that we need to also feel attraction. We need to also get comfortable with each other So we build trust. And then we want to make sure we have logistics of where we're going. So knowing all of these kinds of phases, I can make my intention for the night, make my outcome, my transactional kind of targeting. What is it that, and you can do this in many ways. So here's an examples. How many times can I introduce my friend to different women? How many times can I just say hello or excuse me, I have a question, and not know what you're going to say on the other end of that sentence to a woman that I actually am curious about? And when you're doing this, right, now instead of having this like goal that's 37 steps into the process, I'm just here on one piece, just kind of running the game, having fun, just seeing how this goes. Another level of this is to focus even more internally and be like, how many times, or what would be the results of every time that I can notice a sensation in my body or emotion, thought that I'm having, or something that I'm noticing about them or the environment. How many times in this hour can I voice these things? Now it's about myself, right? This is a very different experience of the world than what do I gotta say to get laid? When it comes to business, right? If you want to get a client or even social friends circle, there's the ideas that we have of like, okay, where is this going to go? It's going to go to a sale, right? Okay, who do I want to sell to? I want to sell to people that spend money on this kind of service. I wonder how many times I could ask somebody, how much do you spend on your health care, on your body? And maybe these questions feel too penetrative, so you can always get permission from people and be like, hey, I want to ask you a question about your investments, how you think of your body. Are you open to that kind of a question? Okay, I think so. Boom, you've just gotten permission to dive deeper into sharing what you want to share. That's good stuff. And making that something that becomes more about you, right? How much can I witness a person who's walking by me and immediately say hello? Or rather, I find it more valuable now not to just say hi or hello, but instead to open up with, excuse me, hi, I just want to tell you XYZ. People they just tend to respond a lot more openly to this than hi. You can look into the science of that if you wish. And so wondering, like, how many times can I notice I'm saying how many times a lot. What would it be like if every time that I felt an impulse, I spoke about it? I notice that I want to kiss you right now. Wow, I noticed the way we dance and imagined that we would be really, really incredible partners. The way you dress tonight has me feeling very grateful and like I only have eyes for you tonight. Or whatever your mission is. Is there anything else to share on this? That's for the next video. So that's what I want to share is, wow, how much can we help ourselves to get focused on the process of connection rather than the taking that we could have from a transactional interaction? Because inside of that focus on process is a more authentic experience, a more honest to our soul experience, rather than being trapped in the mind and in the ego that is trying to say, what can I get? Finding significance in the challenge or the taking. Find our significance in the process, in the act of being. Right? So may we continue to be INGs, to be ing.